Welcome to the Ola Hawatmeh Show on American One. Today we have a special guest, my friend, God-fearing, powerful lady, Debora. Stay tuned. I want to welcome my friend Debora on the show today. So much to talk about. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
What an honor. Your story, when I first spoke to you, I must say, I just had chills. You have such a powerful story and such a powerful journey. That's one thing that a lot of people, even our children, we lack faith.
Yeah,
And
we do.
how can we have hope if we don't have faith? Tell me a little bit about your story and what keeps you grounded, and what's your advice for others?
Absolutely. So my background story is I've been in international business for a very long time in the oil and gas industry. And I always say God has a sense of humor, because when I was 44 years old, I had my first child. And then through that journey, there were miracles that evolved out of that, one after another after another. And it wasn't until I had my first child that I realized that this world does not have the right answers. It's not how you succeed and what you gain. It's what you give and what you get from giving. So God took me on this pathway of learning about how to deconstruct who I was to who I needed to be. And one of my passions is being a mother. And I would have never said that, 12 years ago. But now that it's come to me, it's become a great gift. But with that great gift comes great responsibility. So in all of that, my greatest achievement in my lifetime is to be a mother. And I thank God for that gift, because it's better than being a CEO of a company, or better being whatever level of finances you are, whatever level of popularity you have. It doesn't compare to that. So one of the key things for me is being pro-life from the womb to the tomb. That is my message with everything that I'm talking about. And the interesting thing is, you're talking about this, Ola, in business right now, we're engaging with people that are committed to ideologies, but it's going against their moral code. And they're like, well, how do I achieve what I want to achieve? Because I want to be successful in life, but I have to compromise and go along with the flow, right?
Yes.
It comes down to the morality of what are we learning and what have we learned. So in this situation where we were all together, and we sat there and said, okay, as a company, do we go with the flow and follow what everybody else is doing into the abyss? Because we see what the end results are.
Yes.
Or do we stand up and say, no, we're going to be proud of who we are. We're going to be proud of what we do. And we're going to be willing to sit down with everybody at what we call our carbon neutral table, or now we're calling our dining room table for the children, and say, let's have a discussion. Let's see how we can educate others and bring to light what's hidden in darkness. So, good.
The last I spoke to you, it was interesting, because I see things how we're divided, and you talked about uniting in such a way and using our influences to encourage others, even though we may not see eye to eye and agree.
Yes.
And that to me is very powerful and true. And how do we convince others to do the same?
It starts out with the children. It starts out with the education at the smallest level. And I found that out for my daughter. So she asked me one time when we were sitting at our table, she goes, Mommy, can we call this our discussion table? I said, it's a dining room table. She goes, yeah, but she's 12 years old. But she said, can we just sit here and talk about anything? And you give me your opinion, and Daddy, you give me your opinion, and let me work it out. Let me process things through on my own, but you're giving me the tools that I need so I can make my own informed decisions, which we call critical thinking.
Yes.
I said, honey, that's what we do in business. We sit down together with everybody and we say, what is your idea? What is your idea? What is your idea? And then we come together with tools that have been given, whether it's a senior level from someone executive from another place, or just an average person. My daughter has a lot of great ideas in the business side, but she implements them into her day-to-day activity. And then she leaves the dining room table and she goes out and shares with her friends. You know, one of the biggest things she brought up recently broke my heart. She said, Mommy, we become a culture of death. I looked at her and I said, what?
Wow.
Honey, you're 12 years old.
Wow.
She said, I have friends that are talking about suicide pacts. People are jumping off of bridges. Depression is so high.
Yes.
She said, where's the value of life?
Yeah, there's like I said, I mean, there's no faith. And with lack of, I mean, when you don't have faith, how can you have hope?
Yes,
You are a well-accomplished female. Tell us a little bit about your business background, and yet
sure.
it never steers you away from what's important in your life is your faith and family and being a mom.
Absolutely. So I've been in the international business, like I said, since 2000, the oil and gas industries. I've been on boards and directors and all these different positions. And God has been gracious to me. Believe me, He's blessed me greatly. But along the way, He's given me the ability to look and lift up instead of control and take advantage of. And my philosophy in my business is to lead in one line. Everybody's equal on my team. I've got 80-year-olds, I've got 70, 60, 50, 40, 20. It doesn't matter what level they are.
Yes.
We lock arms together and we lead together. So our country was built. Our country was built that way. Mm-hmm.
That's why I was so excited to have you on, because you are such an inspiration, and to others too. And I want people to hear your message, because we are so distracted by things that really do not mean, that are not important to us. And when you have kids,
yes,
and we don't pass that down to our kids, I mean, how can we have a future? So your message is very important to me, and I wanted others to hear it and to spread the word, because we need faith, we need God, we need powerful females. We need, and it's not about black, white, left, right, gay, straight. Like you said, in guys' eyes, we're all equal.
yes.
Even though, you know, sometimes it's so easy to dismiss people that we don't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
We gain more by helping, reaching that branch and helping influence them to see what we see.
Yes. And see, that's the thing. When we stop compartmentalizing everybody, and that's what I think our world is doing right now. You know, you can't identify as a male or a female. You know, all of these gender and all these things like that. I don't bring that into the business. And people may say, I don't want to do business with you. That's your choice.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful? No one's telling you have to do business with me if you don't want to. You can choose. But the thing is, I'm not going to change who I am.
No.
I'm not going to change the way we do things. And if we bring something to the table that is of value to the free market or to another person, then great. If you choose it, fantastic. If you don't, fantastic.
Absolutely. I was talking to someone the other day, and they were telling me about the reason that they've given up is because they're only one voice. And how can that one voice make a difference? Now, you as a mother, and you see what's going on, and it's to the extreme what's happening, not only in America, but in our world today. What's your advice?
Absolutely. We're not one voice. I remember my whole journey when I started this out. Someone once told me it takes a spark to get a fire going. Well, if everybody became that spark, we'd have an inferno, right?
Yes.
And if we united together with those sparks together, and our morals, our values, our principles, loyalty, trust, all the things that we need and our country was founded on, we'd have an inferno. It wouldn't be one or the other leading. And that's the message. You are not alone. There are many people like myself and you. We united. We're sparks. We're becoming a fire here. We're igniting people and stimulating people. Get out there. Be that voice. Because here's the bottom line. Like my daughter says, at the end of your lifetime, and I faced a lifetime experience just recently in October 26th, and I was laying on a table and having an 18-centimeter tumor taken out of me. God came, and it's like, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? And I'm like, live it for you. I'm going to live the rest of my life for you. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody does, I'm going to live my life for you. And what does that mean? Not dominate, control. It means look out for the other person. Look out for those in most need of God's mercy, and make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do to make a difference in this world. So when my daughter can say, Mom's legacy was she cared and she loved people as much as she loved God.
Amen to that. God bless. We need more powerful women like you that are, you're just so faith-based, and your priorities are aligned right. And that's the problem I see a lot today. We need more powerful voices like yourself. Thank you so much for coming on. I can't wait to get your message out there, and do God's work, because that's what it's all about. That's the bigger picture. We can't just live for the moment. We have to live for tomorrow, and for the sake of our future, the future generations, our children. Thank you so much for coming on, Debora. God bless.
God bless you too. Thank you so much too.